Welcome to another vlog where we talk about all things living well. Living well is a lifestyle. I am Dr. Eve and I am a local researcher and I enjoy homesteading. And today we're talking about how the weather can reveal potentially weak systems. I am a grower in bags. I grow above ground, under the ground, in the greenhouse, in the yard, in hydroponics, whatever way I can grow the food. And today I want to talk about um, how we can protect our garden, how we can strengthen it when there is a potential of um, differing weather. So before we do that, I want to share with you what the garden is looking like right now. I literally have some amazing things happening here in the garden. Everything is robust and thriving, and I gave it all some good fertilizer last night. But it's cold today. It's going to get cold. It's going to go down to freezing tonight. And so I've got to do what? I've got to cover it up because why? Even though green leafy vegetables are potentially frost resilient, I don't trust it. I don't trust it, not for the work that I've put in, and the fact that I want to continue my garden to continue thriving. So I will work to cover my garden tonight. So before we do that, let's take a look at some of the things that I use to protect my garden. So this is area right here is my mobile garden. By mobile garden, is anything that is in a bag. Anything that is in a bag, in a pot, anything I can put on a moving truck, okay? Anything I could put on a moving truck if I was moving is considered mobile, right? Now, what I use to cover in this time, I use plastic and I also use frost cloth. Frost cloth is the best thing to use, but at the end of the day, when I don't have my frost cloth, I just cover with my plastic. Now, the good thing, the thing that saved my garden was not the plastic, but the method in which I placed the plastic. So as you can see, I purchased some of these trellises. They are triangular, and the reason why they were important was because the ice when it fell slid down. When the snow fell, it just hit the tent, it hit the top, and it didn't smash the vegetables down. And as you can see, these vegetables are truly, truly, truly thriving. And wait, 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 I have more for you. So in this garden, we are growing, and this is a plastic, like I said, and this is plastic, and I'm getting ready to get the water off of it so I can cover up because I want to show you how I do this so that you know as well in the future. Because what we're not going to do is lose our hard work. This is kale. All this kale is thriving. Some of the vegetables in these bags are bigger than the vegetables that I have in the ground. So what I do know is that growing in these bags is a viable method and sometimes a better method. So literally in this particular section, all I have is these stakes. These stakes keep the plastic from falling and compressing these vegetables. All I simply do is cover it up. And then use my garden, I use my garden stakes, and I'll show you really quickly. I use these stakes right here to pin the plastic. So let's talk about that. So I'll give you an example because I really want you to see it it in full force, right? So I'm going to put these right here. And I don't have to cover this particular section too much because it's got a bed on the other side of it. So I just tuck it. So I just tuck it down on that side. But on this side, I'm coming in with one of these pins and pin this plastic because these bags are cloth. So when I take this and these pins, that secures the plastic, okay? This is what I want you to see. Now, plastic is not necessarily recommended because it can get too hot if it creates literally a what you call a greenhouse effect, and sometimes it can blister, but so can the frost, right? And what the goal for me is, I want them to stay warm. So what am I doing? I'm taking this and I'm pinning it on this side. Okay? Now, if there's a threat of a high wind, then I would put it one here in each bag to secure the bag, right? The goal is I don't want the vegetable leaves to really be touching because that's where the frost will hit if it freezes, or if snow, then it will freeze the leaf, right? But if you have the frost cloth, is another cloth, and I'm going to give you an example of that. So since we've done this stake over here, these triangular ones, this one's still pinned in place because I never unpinned it. I just took it off, and because for some reason I knew that we weren't finished. This weather was not finished, but what I wanted to do was to make sure that the plastic was still here, what I needed was still here and ready for me to utilize if I needed to. So I just took it off, let it get some good, warm weather. What state am I in? I am in North Carolina. And we're getting ready to get some more cold weather tonight. We're going down into the frost again. And see, this is a brand new plant right here. I don't want this is a brand spanking new plant. I don't want these new babies, like you see these, because our succession plant. These are new. I don't want these new babies hit by the frost. The older ones can take it, but these new ones cannot. But remember, you see that stake right there, that trellis? That was an important feature. I don't want you to forget that. If you're going to cover bags, you need to have something that's going to keep the plastic from laying on your veggies, okay? And in a minute, I'm going to show you what let me grab this in here real quick. In a minute, and then you're going to see how this sits over top of it. So now you see how it sits angular? You see how that angles? Look at that. You see how it angles? But I am going to do the exact same thing to this as I did to the stakes over there. I'm going to put these stakes and press them in the bag right here. You see this stake? I'm pulling it out. I use these stakes. These are my garden stakes. I actually use them for very multiple purposes. And I'm going to pin this in here so that the wind does not blow my... Okay, let's see if we can get in there. It's feeling kind of tough. Might need to come from a different angle. There we go. And you just push it in. It's only going into the soil. Right? So, and I do this on all sides. And then we have a nice neat cover. Just that quick. But I have to cover all of this. All of this. So, I'm going to walk through and talk with you. And I'll come back because I definitely wanted to demonstrate what that does. You see that angle? It's a beautiful angle. And the goal is to keep these vegetables the frost temperature. You want to make sure that you protect them from the frost, okay? And see, this one's already stakes. So I don't have to do anything to that one. Now, this one over here, this in these beds. In these beds, y'all, are kale, collards, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, spinach, all of the things. And these are the things that we should be growing in this time. Green leafy vegetables grow in the cold months. So you should have bags and bags of this stuff. Most people don't know that gardening is not just a summer thing. It is 365 days. Hey Glenn, what's happening? What's the temperature here? What was the temperature? Right now it's 46 degrees, but it's going down into the 30s, freezing temps tonight. This is another bed. Now I have three broccolis left in here. Broccolis do not like freezing temperatures. They will get soft, and these are beautiful. They will get soft, and so I got to cover this bed up. Now for this bed, this is just I use these simple stakes right here. So what happens is these simple stakes again keeps the frost cloth. Now the frost cloth is different. This is the frost cloth. Frost cloth ventilates, right? Let me take this out because this is a little tedious right here. The steak is wrapped in there. All right. So the frost cloth is breathable, right? And because it's breathable, the water can go through it, right? I don't know, for some reason that's not looking like it's enough. Or something is, okay, I know what's off. It's off. Okay, let me turn it around. Okay, so the frost cloth is breathable, and water can go through these. Letting your plants lay on the ground like that, the leaves will freeze to the ground. My plants aren't on the ground. What are you talking about? My plants are not on the ground. And actually these plants recovered from the sleet and snow, so they're doing very well. These are just plants. These are just flowers, green plants. This is food. These are in the bag. These are in bags. You said letting your plants lay on the ground like that, the leaves will freeze to the ground. You talking about those right there? That's garbage. I'm not sure what you're talking about because I don't have plants. I don't have any leaves on the ground. My food is in bags. And I'm covering them up right now. And this is a frost cloth. And my frost cloth will allow water to come through, right? It's breathable. This is my mandarin orange, and it survived 2 winters. And all I'm going to do is drop this cloth over it. I left everything up here so because I had a feeling we was going to have some more cold weather. So I dropped that cloth down there, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to these other beds out here. But the goal is, you can't leave your plants out. You have to cover them. These are in bags. I just wanted to give you an example of what that frost cloth looked like before I take you on show you the rest of the garden, because these vegetables are absolutely beautiful. And they survived the worst of storm I have ever seen in this area. They survived. They came back bucking, Jack. They came back with a vengeance. And we're going to put this pin in here and keep this fabric in place. All right. The goal is to keep it from any wind gusts from snatching these plants. These are cloth bags. I will put the link to them in the video description. But yeah, so that's that bed. Now, I just wanted to show you the difference between the frost cloth, which is this, and the plastic, which is over there, right? These are all still, this is the mobile garden. This is still the mobile garden where I have bags, where I grow in bags. Okay, so this is all set to go. All right, I'm gonna probably pin it down a little bit more. I'm gonna do the same to that. Wanted to show you an example of the three different types that I use over here, over there, and there. Now, on this deck is another bed of green vegetables. This is also collards. I put in some new vegetables yesterday, some Georgia collards here. So I definitely want to cover it, so I don't want to lose my vegetables, right? These came back from last year. No, it's nothing to those. These are collard trees. And I have a plastic cover for this. Yeah, this is a plastic cover, and I'll come back and cover that up as well. But I just wanted to give you an idea that you don't have to lose your vegetables. You just have to cover them, and you have to be strategic about it. Um, so I'm gonna come back and cover. Poe, get in the house. What are you doing out here? Get back in the house. Get inside. Oh, look at him. Look, inside, inside, inside right now. You are not an outdoor cat. Why do you keep coming out here? Where's your brother? They be stealing away, y'all. Get inside. Both of you. Look. Get in there. Get inside. Yana, these cats. Oh, y'all, they drive me. They drive me. Anyway, let's go back on our tour out here. They not supposed to be out here wanting to follow me. They said, well, we want to go. So, let's finish. All right, so we're going to cover those up, like I said. And that one wasn't covered up, and it still did well. Smashed down to the ground by the snow and ice, and it came right back. This is my lavender. I moved from the front yard and replaced with I replaced it with some shrubs, and they are doing okay. They went through a little bit of transplant shock, but they bouncing back. They're looking good. All right, so let's go over here. This is another bed of kohlrabi and collards. Collards is your season for collards, y'all. If you are living in one of those cold hardy zones, collards, kale, they love the cold. They love the cold. They just don't like the ice laying on top of them and smash them down, right? They love the cold. So again, I have another triangular tent here. This is a trellis that you use for peas or, things like that. Cucumbers. And this bed, I have a round hoop. So I will take, the beauty of this type of bed is I can just take this piece of wood off of one of the sides. Let me just show you. The beauty of this hoop is I can just take this hoop, put this over the top, all the way over, and that olive tree is in the way, but that's okay. We're going to put this, and we're just going to put the slat over top of it. So there's a slat. These are blackberries of snatching this cloth. So in this case, this is a hoop. One of the hoops is staked down. But what I'm going to do is keep the one in the center going, and I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to pull it out, and then I'm just going to place this piece of wood right here over top of this, just to keep it covered. Simple. so that can't be snatched up. All right, just that simple. All right, that's not the perfect way, but it's my way when I want to just not have to do a lot. Right? I come on this side and I do the same thing. Come over here, put another slab of wood on top of it. All right? That's what we're doing out here. Now, in this bed, like I said, we have another triangular trellis, and we're going to do the same, but I'm not going to demonstrate all of them because I need both of my hands to finish it off. I want to get it done so I can go rest. This bed has broccoli, no, not broccoli, Brussels sprouts, collards. I put in some red cabbage last night and some Georgia collards because I had cauliflower in here and it didn't do well. I see another red cabbage I needed to put in the ground over there. So I have currently 72 fruit-bearing trees and or shrubs on the property. And we have to do these things to really have a sustainability in our families. I build these planter boxes out of wood, just build them, 12 by 3 by 6. 12 by 3 by 6. That is my measurements. And in this bed, I have blueberries, 3 of them. In this bed over here, this is another hoop. Look at those cabbage, y'all. These are all cabbage. Cabbage and Brussels sprouts. The tall ones are Brussels sprouts. But when y'all look at these cabbage, they loving it. They are loving it. You hear me? And these leaves, we'll put these in the compost or give them to the chickens. This bed, we have spinach. This is another hoop that we just put the slats over. Look at this cabbage. They're getting nice and hard too. This is the first cabbage. This is going to be my first successful year for cabbage. And yes, I cared about it. That's why I took care of this stuff because I was not letting them die. We weren't going to just let the food die. So I had a lot of work to do. I came out here and I I did the work so that I could save my vegetables. So in this case, I usually will put the slat over it. But like I said, I'm just going to put this cover down and this slat right here. This slat goes on there. So that's the wonderful thing about building in that way is that I just pick up the slat. I keep the covers out here until we're all clear. Till we're all clear for the winter because this has been a very different kind of year, right? So the goal is protect the food, all right? Same thing with that one. We're going to do the same thing. Let's see what else I wanted to share with you all out here. This is an asparagus bed. The first sign of these coming up will be the first sign of spring. But they're not coming up yet. They are just laying dormant. This is another collar bed over here. I've been doing a lot of work out here even in the winter months because it's so much to do. To keep the land, to manage the land. I pulled the broccoli out of here and now all we have left in here is collards. The blueberries and things are doing well. This is another bed with frost cloth on it. I just keep keeping the cloth out here until the last frost date because and I fertilized yesterday. So these have been fertilized so they can go probably through the rest of the winter without for fertilizer because I fertilized them really good last night with some fish emulsion. They love it. and they grow really well. So when it does get really warm out here, they're going to really thrive. They are already thriving. They're already thriving. So this is a new bed. So I took all the broccoli out of here. This is red cabbage and Georgia collards. I just put them in yesterday. For those who didn't know that this is the best time to grow, it's cold. This is going to be your spring harvest. They have enough time to mature, 30, 40 days. They have enough time to give you a nice harvest. So if you're not growing, if you want to grow, get to your local nursery. Get to your local nursery and get you some vegetables. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 beds that are currently in full operation. This bed right here, this is my newest bed, and this is the one I'm building now. I'm going to put logs in the bottom and I'm doing a different type of permaculture for this one. So I'll be sharing it. It's a whole different method of layering, logs and wood and brush and all kinds of things in the bed so you have a healthy bed. Um, that's all we got today. So really just wanted to share that with you all. And for those of you who are new to this, you see these bags right here? These are all bags that were prepared. They've been sitting here since the fall. And they are just bags that I've prepped for spring food. That's called some of the winter work. That's some of the winter work that you have to do in preparation for the spring. It doesn't just happen. When you see those big old vibrant gardens, it's because they did some work during the winter. This is a perennial bed. When it comes back, it's going to have flowers. It all grows back year after year. And right now what you see are leaves. That's part of the permaculture. Let it fall, let it lay. It's good mulch for the ground. So don't remove your things. This is going to come back. All this stuff is perennial. It's going to come back. So I just wanted to share that. We even have onions out here a little bit. That's a kale. And I grow in my greenhouse right there. Let's see if I can go over here and share blueberries here. Because I got to get these things covered up. This is a shard bed. This is a workstation. I got to cover those citrus up too. This is shard. Some more collards and peas. And they're ready to go into the ground too. But I'm going to put those in the greenhouse because I worked really hard yesterday, so I don't want to do a lot of work today. I want to just rest. But I'm going to cover these up today and get me a nice piece of plastic, and we're going to cover them up because these are our citrus and we don't want them to die. We want them close in proximity to one another. And they grew me some lemons and some limes this year. They still green, and I want to keep them. And we're going to cover them up. We're going to bring them together tonight and let them huddle amongst each other. And we're going to put some plastic over them. This is another one. This is my lime. And they all perked up because the leaves were curly, so because they have been cold. But we're going to fertilize them, and we're going to cover them up, and they're going to come back green as ever. Those are all blueberries and grapes and blackberries and stuff everywhere. Yeah. So anyway, this video was mostly about how the cold, look at the birds. Wow. Birds be giving us all kinds of signs, y'all. They be telling us what's about to happen. So, this video was mostly about how the cold weather it can reveal, um, unsafe systems, or um, the weaknesses in our systems, whether they're strong or weak. And in my opinion, if you are a grower and you are living to sustain, you don't have a hoop house or the government paying you, to have hoop houses and things like that on your property, and you have built in all these things, then you want to protect your food. Now, a new gardener. I've been gardening since 2020, probably before that, but since I came to this state, but I wasn't doing it like faithfully. But I've been doing it faithfully since 2020, and it's really important that we in this time put in all systems to keep us safe and living sustainably as we continue to witness what is happening around the world. So, I am Dr. Eve. I'm a local researcher and a homesteader here in the North Carolina Zone 8A and 8A7B, I guess you want to call it. I'm in the subtropical zone and we grow food 365 days. So make sure you're building in systems. If you want to learn more about beginning from, starting a garden and what grows when you should get prepared and what other procedures I use and how I fertilize or how I'm growing 72 fruit bearing trees on this land, this little backyard, homesteaded backyard, then please comment, DM me, DM I want to learn, and I will send you the link. And I actually save my own water systems, everything. Um, I have my greenhouse, I have my load of soil that just came in. And how do I do all this on this one little property? Strategically. These are my chickens, and they lay me good eggs. Where's your sister at this morning? Hmm? Y'all missing one. Where's she at? Is she okay in there? Hmm? Where's your sister this morning? So these are my girls, and this is their playground that I made for them so they can come outside and play and dig up the ground. Hey, Buttercup. Buttercup. Where you at in there? Oh, they hungry. Oh, they got food in there. Yeah, they've been eating. They got food. But anyway, again, this is Dr. Eve wanting to share with you all what is happening on the homestead. I am about to go and um, I hope this lavender continues to thrive. It's in the water. It doesn't really like wet feet, but I cannot deal with it right now. I dug all of this lavender up from the front yard. We're gonna have a beautiful, beautiful array of lavender out here this year, and it's good for the plant ecosystem because the bugs don't like strong herbal plants. They don't like it. It's like a pesticide. So we are getting ourselves ready. But anyway, I'm gonna go finish covering up things because it is cold out here, and I will talk it up with you all later. Go and have the most amazing day, and whatever you do, don't let anything get in the way on your journey to sustaining your home and doing what you're called to do in this time. All right. Peace and blessings to you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and or if you want to learn in our community, DM me. I want to learn, and I will send you the link where we meet once a week to answer your questions. Independent, face, on Zoom. It's a place where we meet up every Tuesday. Okay. So anyway, talk to you soon. Have the most amazing day. Bye for now.